So welcome everybody, Chris here, and I'm at Exploration Peak in Southwest Las Vegas. So I want to start a quick little video series of really cool places where you might want to come and photograph. Living in Las Vegas and being active in social media, obviously I get a lot of people who reach out to me and say, hey, coming down to Las Vegas, where do you recommend I come and photograph? That's a really hard question to answer because obviously here in Vegas, whatever it is you want to do, you'll be able to find it here. And it can be a bit overwhelming, and yeah, it can be a bit crazy. Definitely an interesting city. So when I moved here in 2011, I really wanted a shot of the Las Vegas Strip, especially at nighttime. So like most people, I search travel vlogs, photography vlogs, and try to gather as much information as possible. Because Vegas is constantly changing, while I got a lot of wonderful ideas, a lot of the information isn't really valid because a lot of the overlooks and recommendations are just doesn't work now because of development. So, which is unfortunate because there's some really cool spots that you can go to, but now you have apartment buildings and office spaces going up that, you know, a lot of these aren't working. So I went ahead and I did a search on Google Maps, and there's a couple of known locations like Lone Mountain and Frenchman Peak. Those are pretty tough climbs, especially for somebody who's not athletic like myself. So those are I'm gonna have to wait for those in the future. However, I just found a mountain here on off of Blue Diamond called Exploration Peak, and it's right next to a park. So perfect, completely public space and easy parking and ready to go. So this is my first time actually up here shooting, and the views of the Strip are incredible. Some of the challenges that you're going to find, especially if you're at Lake Las Vegas or Henderson or Lone Mountain or even North Las Vegas, is the distance from where you're at and the Strip. The distance is so far that you're not going to get a very clear shot because you have so much thermal mass between you and the subject, which is the Strip. So you get a lot of atmospheric distortion from the heat. Even dead middle of wintertime in January, where it's so cold because everyone's running their heaters and stuff, you see nothing but heat waves coming off all the buildings and houses. So you want to be as close as you can, and this peak is about as close as you're going to get. Sure, there are parking garages, and I've tried those, and usually as soon as you bust out your camera and tripod, security is going to come and ask you to leave. So parking garages might be an option, but not for what I'm trying to do. And two, is like I just don't want to be hassled by security. So decided to come up to Exploration Peak and been here for about an hour. And even if you weren't into photography, just to come up here and hang out, sit down and just watch the city, watching the airplanes taking off and landing at McCarran, it's an amazing spot. Like, I would just come here just to come hang out. So yeah, let me just give you a little tour where we're at. So right there is Exploration Park. That's where I'm parked. I'm at the halfway point, and there's the peak up there. So from the parking lot to where I'm at, you're looking about 85 feet of elevation gain. To get to the top, you're probably looking at about another 125 feet. So I didn't go all the way to the top for a couple of reasons. One, as you can tell, that trail is not maintained, so I did not really feel comfortable having to come down it at nighttime in pitch black. And two, you do walk past a couple of signs that says this park is open from dawn to dusk. So after I get my shots after sunset, I just want to be able to get off the mountain as quick as possible, because I don't exactly know how well they enforce that. You know, could be no big deal, but not really interested in testing this out at the moment. So let me go ahead right now. We're past sunset, so let me show you how I have my setup. So here's what I have set up. I have my Z9 with a 70-200. Composition, of course you have to forgive the histogram. Mandalay Bay is on the far right, and then you have the stratosphere all the way to the far left. And right now, we're just waiting for it to get dark. Well, it's finally starting to get dark, and had to put the camera away for a little bit. It's had a large group of people decide to come up to view the sunset, and want to be, you know, respectful and not be talking to a camera while everybody here's, you know, want a little bit of peace and quiet, right? So, but it looks like everybody is on their way back to the car, which I don't blame them. But right now, just waiting for it to get like dark, and yeah. So just got off the mountain, got everything loaded up in the car. So yeah, Exploration Peak, definitely 2 thumbs up for me. You don't have to be a photographer to just come out and enjoy the view. So hopefully people come out and check it out. It was pretty busy. There was actually quite a few people who are coming out enjoying the outdoors now that the weather is getting a little bit nicer. So my calves are burning. I'm tired. It's time to head on out of here. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.